Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll be doing a comparison on the Samsung Galaxy A32 and Samsung Galaxy A32 5G. So these phones are the successors to the Galaxy A31 and they are quite an improvement. Now before I get started, I'd like to let you know that this comparison is purely based on specs and price and it's not an in-depth review or comparison. I'll also leave timestamps if you want to skip to the part you want in the video. Anyways, without wasting any time, let's get to the video. What is up guys, how are you doing? Hope you're having a nice day. I'm Milan and welcome back to Tech, where I do videos about tech, mostly smartphones and the accessories. Now starting with the unboxing of the A32 4G version, straight out of the box you get the phone, you get some paperwork, a 15-watt charger, USB Type A to Type C cable and a SIM ejector tool. With the A32 5G, you have everything just like the A32 4G in the box, but with an inclusion of a transparent TPU case, so that's the only difference. Next on to the design of the A32 4G. The design is really amazing, just like the one from the Galaxy A52 and A72. It has a glossy plastic frame and a plastic back that feels and looks great. With a thickness of 8.4mm, it's not that thin but it's alright. It's a budget-focused mid-range device, so no issues. It weighs at around 184 grams, which is the normal weight of many phones this year. The design of the Galaxy A32 5G is identical to the 4G one, but it's slightly bigger and thicker with a thickness of 9.1mm. It's also a little bit heavier, 205 grams to be precise. They both have headphone jacks and come with 4 colors, or some blue, or some black, or some violet and or some white. The display is where they differ quite a bit. With the Galaxy A32 4G, it's a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED screen with a 90Hz screen refresh rate, 1080p resolution and a maximum brightness of 800 nits. It has a teardrop notch, unlike the more common punch-hole camera at the front, but they get a pass since it's a budget device. The Samsung Galaxy A32 5G display, on the other hand, is a 6.5-inch IPS LCD screen with a resolution of 720 pixels, and that's such a letdown. Once you get used to an AMOLED display, I don't think they'll be going back. It will not be impressive to you. It has a better styled water drop notch than the A32 4G, but in general, the Galaxy A32 4G display is much more superior. On to the cameras, the phones have different capacities. With the Galaxy A32 4G, you get a quad camera at the back, spearheaded with the 64-megapixel primary lens, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens, 5-megapixel macro lens and 5-megapixel depth sensor. The photos look excellent and not that bad. The basic camera takes 16-megapixel photos, but you can up it to 64 megapixels if you want to. The front camera is a 20-megapixel one and it's just fine. Video recording capabilities of both the front and back are up to 1080p at 30 fps. With the Galaxy A32 5G, it also has a quad camera at the back, with the main one being a 48-megapixel shooter, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide, 5-megapixel macro and 2-megapixel depth sensor. Its selfie camera is a 13-megapixel sensor. Video recording capabilities of the main lens are up to 4K at 30 fps, and in general, the 5G one is slightly better. Moving on to the software of these phones, they both come with Android 11 and One UI 3.1, and I think they are also included in the 3 years of software updates that Samsung promised. I can't be sure about that, but they probably are. The Galaxy A32 4G has the 12nm MediaTek Helio G80 processor. That's great for a good gaming experience, while the Galaxy A32 5G comes with the new 7nm MediaTek 720 Dimensity chipset, which is good for budget 5G phones. The RAM and storage capabilities of the two phones are basically the same, with the 4 variants each, a 4GB RAM and 64GB ROM, 4GB RAM and 128GB ROM, 6GB RAM and 128GB ROM, 8GB RAM and 128GB ROM. They both have a Bluetooth 5.0 and 5000 mAh battery. NFC is also there, but it depends with the region that you are, at least. With the price, they are not the cheapest good phones, but they're still affordable. The Galaxy A32 comes at around $250, while the A32 5G comes at around $270. So that's my comparison of these phones, and all in all, I'd like to say that they are good budget phones. Certainly not the best, but they are not even close to being bad. If you ask me, I'd go for the Galaxy A32 4G without blinking if I'm asked to pick one amongst the two. Reason being that the 5G one has a really disappointing display, and I mean really disappointing. And as I said earlier, you can't compare a 1080p AMOLED display with a 720p LCD one. The difference is just too much. But if display is not an issue to you, then you should go for the A32 5G one because of the better processor and 5G network as an add-on. Although 5G is not that widespread yet, it will be in the near future. So if you don't want to be left behind and you're not a frequent buyer of smartphones, get the 5G one. Well, that's all for today. I'm Milan and this is Fuzitech. If you're new and like this video, you can leave a like and also subscribe for more of them like this. It helps me improve and make better videos. For all those new subscribers, I'd also like to thank you for your support. For any inquiries or any other phones you'd like me to compare, leave a comment down below and I'll get to it. Anyways, I hope you have a marvelous day and thanks for watching. See you next time.